talking about reading. Let's welcome Professor Lenray Olatokunbo Aina. He's the National Librarian and the Chief Executive Officer of the National Library of Nigeria. It's great to have you join us today.
Thank you very much.
And talking reading, it seems that's the in thing at this time. People are taking notice that when people read good books, it has the most impact on them, especially when we catch them young in creative and ingenious ways. Let's talk about Nigeria. Are we a reading people? Are we a book reading people?
No. In Nigeria, people only read to pass exams and then when they want to attend interviews. Otherwise, reading is not part of our culture. It's unfortunate, and we know that reading, like we have been talking about cancer since, reading promotes health habits. If you say, okay, we want to have healthy habits, reading will promote it. So, but what we found in Nigeria is that over the years, people just only go to the library when they have exams. So what we have been doing at National Library of Nigeria is to promote reading culture. In the past, we used to target 2 states and then say, okay, let's go and meet primary school students, secondary school students, try to enlighten them on the importance of reading. But in the last 5 years, we have departed from that.
Okay.
What we do now is that we want to target the whole community, the whole Nigerian society.
Can I say something before you go around Nigerian society? When I was younger, we had libraries that functioned. Over time, the libraries were not as functional as they used to be. And the influx of fresh books with fresh ideas, innovative content, reduced greatly and at the time disappeared. If you go to, even with your library card, you go to the library, you see books, the most recent books were like 10 years before that time. Have you been able to make change in that regard?
Your observation is very correct. Reading culture in Nigeria was high in the 60s, 70s, possibly 80s. But I think the problem started in the 90s when reading got stagnated, sort of. You talk about school libraries, you'll be amazed that many schools in Nigeria don't have school libraries. They don't have libraries. And those that have libraries, when there's a need to create a classroom, they just turn the library into a classroom. They pack the books and take them to the principal's office. So I think the problem started from there. That because when I was also a secondary school student, we used to compete on the number of novels we had read. But things are no longer that way. But like I was saying, I think one of our problems is that we tend to just take reading as not part of our culture in the last 30 years.
But can I just say this? Because, times have changed. When I was reading, when I was growing up, things were a bit different. Perhaps can it be that we must make the books relatable with the lives and experiences of the people we want to touch?
Yes.
Is that possible?
Yes.
Are we making content that people can relate with?
You are very right. We look for example now, those people that love soccer. You can see how passionate they are about watching soccer every Saturday, every Sunday on television, especially the British Premier League matches. That same passion is what we want them to have for books. Libraries try to provide all kinds of books on all subjects. So the question of saying that we don't have...
Are we doing a good job? Because the authors from home have greatly reduced. When I was growing up, I had a rich variety from the African continent. I had a rich variety from home. Do we still have authors who are putting out relatable content out there?
No, they do. The authors are trying, but it's just the society itself. Okay. Like, I used to tell people that when we were young, we loved reading. And you can find that the parents, especially those parents of children in primary and secondary school, when they are celebrating the birthday of their children, they give them birthday cake, buy Coke, biscuits, take it to the school.
Computers.
And then that is it. But we are saying no. When your child is celebrating a birthday, if there are 35 students in that class, buy 35 different books. That doesn't mean you cannot accompany with Coke, biscuit, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Buy 35 different books. Give to each of the students in the class. Let them circulate amongst themselves. So these are things we expect parents to do.
Well, let's talk about the reading culture. Has been established that many Nigerians are not reading the way some of us did when we were growing up. Let's talk about the impact of not reading. Are we having a negative report or returns from our youths? Is that why you want to instill again the culture?
Look at the recent SARS crisis. You ask yourself, why will any human being decide to burn the buses they used to commute? That's the buses they give to them to commute from one place to the other. If you watch what happened.
Tell them now, because them are watching you, how reading books have changed their mindset.
The reading will have told them that these buses, more than 100 buses were burnt. These buses were bought by from government's money, and if government is going to replace those vehicles, other things will suffer. They have to know that. They have to know that these buses are meant for them. Now they are suffering. If you go to Lagos, you see thousands of passengers, commuters. So if they were used to reading, you don't do that. You don't protest that way.
So reading makes us more responsive and responsible.
That is it. You stay in your house, you know the whole world. You read the book, you know what goes on in Ghana, what goes on in Jamaica, like that. So reading should be part of our culture. That's what we are promoting. Yes. And as a national library, what we have tried to do is to target the whole society. We have been told that reading should start from even the womb.
From the cradle, okay, the womb.
So that we found out that the research has been done elsewhere, where it is found that there is this linkage between the unborn baby and the mother. And there have been cases where they told you that a baby that you are reading to when the baby is between 23 and 27 weeks is likely to like reading when the baby is born. And from our visits to many states in Nigeria, we have found the situation. There was a case of a mother in Abuja who told us that when she was pregnant, she used to listen to this music by Sweet Mother. That she used to like that music, Sweet Mother, singing, shouting every now and then. They said when you had their child, she found that any time she had that, if she was creating problems, once she has that music, she will stop. She noticed that. And we also had a parent who told us in Taraba, Jalingo, that she had 4 children, that the one that liked reading book most was the one she had when she was pregnant. She was in school. When you are in school, you are bound to be reading. So that has been proved in many places, and this is what we are trying to do. So yes, in our campaign, we've been to hospitals and interact with pregnant mothers, telling them to read to their children. We've gone to motor parks to tell that when you are waiting for the bus to take off, rather than shouting and talking, take something to read. Anything, any story.
Anything, read something.
Read something.
Just read something.
Read something.
And you have told us now very clearly that there are good books. And the good books are available, especially at the National Library, right? People can get. Do we still need to get library cards?
It's so easy to register with National Library. You just go there as a Nigerian, just fill 1 or 2 forms. Then you have become a member.
And I'm sure it's affordable.
We are not. No. We don't even collect it. No.
Wow.
But from some other public libraries, you may have to pay. But for National Library, you don't pay anything. Just go there and register. And
that's interesting.
You see, what I want to bring out, I was telling you that about this World Cultural Score Index, that Nigeria is not listed.
Okay.
Makes us very unhappy. Because when you talk about educated people in the world, there's no you count Nigeria as top among the top categories. But now they are saying we are not there. So this is our problem.
And you want them to be there.
That is it.
Because we have what it takes to be there.
Thank you very much.
And we need to be there.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Lenri Olatekunbo Aina, National Librarian, Chief Executive Officer of the National Library of Nigeria. I will be paying a visit to the library because definitely I'm a reading person.
Thank you very much.
And I want all of us to imbibe this culture and let those who are coming after us inculcate it in them. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
You are watching Weekend Deal.